I think it's important to remember language, and the power of language, and how we talk to ourselves and how we talk to other people, and then sometimes there are gaps in that. For instance, the other day I had a conversation, and the person I was talking to referred to somebody else as a big deal. Yeah, he said, "Oh yeah, they're a big deal."
Mm-hmm.
And you can say that, you're a big deal, or you could say, "Oh, them, then they're not really a big deal." But you can't just call someone a deal.
I mean, you can.
Right, but it wouldn't make sense.
No. Because a deal's just a deal. Any deal that you make is a deal.
Yeah, so you'd call that person just a person, wouldn't you? You wouldn't call them a deal.
Yeah, you just go straight to the source.
Mm-hmm.
You're just calling people big deals.
Well, I mean, this person referred to somebody else as a big deal.
Were they being sarcastic?
No.
They're a big deal.
They said they're a big deal.
What did you say to that?
I said, oh.
And were they a big deal?
I mean, I didn't really see any sort of example of them being a big... But in the field that they are in...
They were a big deal.
Supposedly they're a big deal.
People can't be deals, but they can have a deal. So you can be like, with that big deal, you can be like, what's your deal? What's his deal? So you can have a deal, but you can't be a deal unless you're a big deal or a little deal.
Or a bit of a big deal, or, like...
It's still a big deal.
Yeah, it's still a big deal, right?
Yeah.
But the middle, there's no...
Middle deal.
There's no middle deal.
No, but they can have a deal.
Yeah, someone could... But that's quite different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, what's your deal?
What's your deal? What is it about you?
Yeah.
So then I guess you are talking about a deal, aren't you?
Well, I mean, everything's a deal.
Yeah?
You buy chips.
What about loaning books from the library? That's not a deal.
If you get that is a deal. The deal is that you can borrow books.
See, but that's different though, because it's not a deal. The deal is.
No, but that's the deal.
What's the deal?
Borrowing books.
The deal is that you can borrow books because you pay tax.
Yeah, or you have a library card.
Yep.
Unless it's one of those libraries that you can't borrow the books, in which case that's not the deal. The deal is that you get to look at the books.
But that's different from being a big deal, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. When does it become, if we think about a meal deal?
I think any meal is a deal.
Yeah, but because you're purchasing it, I guess, if you're purchasing a meal.
Yeah.
So it's a deal. But when does it become, like a meal deal? Like a
meal deal.
Yeah. Like,
well, a meal by itself is a deal, but a meal is not... is the one thing. It's I'm having chips and salad, and then the meal deal is chips and salad and a drink.
You get an additional item.
You get a drink, that makes the meal deal. But that is the meal itself is still a deal that you're having.
Yes.
That you're engaging with.
But if I'm purchasing,
a meal deal. Then you're getting a drink.
Right. So I'm expecting that drink to be
whatever is included in that deal.
Yes. But how much cheaper does the drink need to be than if I was to purchase the drink?
Well, that's
separately?
the thing. A lot of the time, the drink is not that different. They just include it in the deal as a part of a deal.
So why do they call it a meal deal?
Because because the drink is included.
But the price is similar to buying it separately.
Yeah, but you can still have that deal. The deal itself doesn't denote whether you're getting a bargain. The bargain is something that a deal can be, or it can be a good deal. But a deal itself doesn't necessarily say, hey, this is better than what you can get if you just have the drink separate. But you can't have a meal deal unless you include a drink.
Yeah. So a drink must be included for a meal deal. However, the idea of it being a meal deal does not denote the fact that it
could be a bargain.
It could be a bargain.
Yeah.
Right.
You can get meal deals that are bargains, but it doesn't mean... But not all meal deals are bargains.
So it's not semantically locked.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.